Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to my long play of Don't Starve. So, what the heck? I do apologize for this. That's why. So, last stream, we started off in the world in spring. We then proceeded to try and get ourselves started off a nice looking base. And I eventually came to madness and just death. Survived about 10 days, which is not enough to get to the next season. Now we've got a new world. We're now in autumn, which is the best start for early on. And now we're currently just looking for a good place to build, as well as Chester, because we need our little dog chest. Now, chest is usually found amongst a road tile. So what I'm going to be doing is I'll be looking around the roads just to see if I can spot Chester anywhere. And then we'll probably get started on building as we found a nice little place for the beefalo here. And we've got a swamp nearby. So if all as well, we'll have access to reeds, beefalo, and a few hunting places for winter. One thing about Don't Starve, as I probably mentioned in my previous stream, is you're constantly thinking about the next season. You gotta be able to, because it's the way how you set up autumn will affect how you play in winter. How you play winter will affect how you play in spring, and so on and so forth. It all comes back round until you hit autumn again, where generally you've got an easier time to figure out what you're doing. But at the same time, you still need to prepare your base. Now, it's good to find some pigmen around. I believe I've fully explored this area, but it doesn't help to get it all fully on the map. And because we do have a mining helmet as well as a torch, we can spend some time just looking around a bit in the dark and not worry too much about getting hit by shadow creatures. Now, I'm going to have a chat set up on one side so I can see if anyone's talking. So please feel free to talk to me, and I will respond back to you in kind. Other things I'd like to try and find before we settle down completely is trying to find a Pig King, as he would be an excellent source of gold in the future. Okay, it's getting dark. But with a mining hat, that's not much of an issue. The thing is, we've got to keep an eye on the mini-map in case we accidentally walk into, say, a big spider den, as these lumpy forests generally tend to hold a few spiders. At the same time, these sort of trees are also quite good for spawning tree guards, which we may need in the far future, just to make some higher tier equipment. Okay, there's spider nests and some graves. Gives me a low tier spider den, so not too much of an issue. We can just walk past them, and if they came to attack us, we can fight back somewhat effectively. Some pig houses. Oh, wasn't here. Flowers. Once again, not too bothered about spiders. They can chase me if they want to. Okay, let's stay back. Again, we'll take a mining hat off because we don't want to waste his durability whilst exploring. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be much else around here. I might jump in the wormhole later and just explore the southern side. But looks think that might be the best option to try and find Chester. As we've got a lot of the road mapped out here. That's a loop. Unless somehow he's around there somewhere. Might be better for me to go completely south and see what I can find there. Let's see what this place has to offer. This though will make a nice secondary base as we're quite close to the sinkhole, so we could use this place as a way to stock up our minerals after we explore the sinkhole. Or no, just escape the Airclops or bears, depending where they spawn. Awesome, here, Miles will take these gold rocks. Well, I'm a bit concerned how much space I've got left in my inventory. This is why I really want Chester. Missing anything, are we? We'll have another look at the... Ooh! That will come in handy. But I'm not too sure what to drop in place of it. I might get rid of the butterfly wings. Now think about it. So it's good to know where glaciers are. Especially when winter rolls around. Did we find a walrus camp around here as well? No, we didn't, did we? That was the other world. That's another thing I want to find as well as a walrus camp. Looks like another birch wood biome with a road. Maybe we might find a pig king around here. Or a glamour statue. Or both. Remember, I find a glamour statue, but we did find a touchstone, so that's an extra life for us. And we got some big heads to destroy. We're gonna be well stocked for football helmets at least. Oh, there. Okay, we found a Pig King. So now we know where Pig King is. It might be wise for me just to look around to try and find a Glommer statue. It's coming close to full moon. We want to take advantage of trying and get a Glommer on our side. Lots of health. It poops. The Glommer likes to poop stuff out, which is lots of health, but really drains your sanity in return. But having a Glommer statue. Oh, there we go. There's Glommer. And we've got some pipes to go with it as well. I was like, oh, and a sinkhole. Let's crack it open. This doesn't seem to be a bad spot, unless if only we can now find some beefalo to go with it, then it'll be a perfect spot for a base. Has nighttime walls around. We'll to pick up the night. We'll pick up our spear and use our lantern to explore further. Also, I said blue caps, always important. Good bit of hunger and health. Another wormhole. Let's see, we ended up this side of the map. So, that's not a bad spot actually. Let's have a look around. Looks like a cactus desert. That's handy. Oh, there it is. Eyebone. There's a little bundle of friendship. Now a chest about we can actually start thinking about settling down somewhere. But we'll do that later. Well, let's see what more of a map we can find before we commit ourselves to base building. What would be nice is to see if we can find where the moose goose will spawn before spring rolls round. It means we can rush over and fight her as soon as we can. Wilson demands food, and we shall give him some. What can we store in here? Rocks. We're getting plenty of resources at least, so depending where we do want to settle down, we'll be fully stocked up and ready. Looks like a mouse space for it. Let's see. Get my map back to where I'm used to. So I think beefalo up here. And seems to be a cave. I think it'd be better if we live around here. Easy access of picking if we need to, and if we need to get to this swamp, we've got easy access here. And beefalo isn't too far away. Got a road we can. Have we got a road we can follow? We better have a road we can follow as well. Let's do best to not wake for clockwork for now. So, let's have a look. Let's say we'll take this area as our own. Quick access to there's a clockwork here. Teleportation to the reeds. And pickings down here. A lot of cactus and berries. Also means we can run to the sides and grab the gold ore here if we need to. So without further ado, let's actually play. Let's actually start building. Hello, Winged. How are you doing today? Hello, Toxic Dracock. How are you? Actually, now I think about it, building around here hasn't got enough room for us to actually expand, so I might be a little bit further down. I can hear spiders. Being near some spiders wouldn't be a bad thing. We got a bit of lumber as well to start us off. Yes, it is Reign of Giants. So we will be fighting all of the 4 seasonal bosses eventually. Alright, let's get started. I say settle around day 9 or 10. It depends how much of a map you've been able to explore. I got lucky and found a mining helmet, so I was able to actually settle down pretty quickly and get a good gist of a map. You should try and at least find Chester and where some local beefalo are. Glaciers are quite good as well for winter, and possibly a sinkhole. Not bad, 50 days is quite good. I actually got a world that's currently on day 30, but I haven't got really far with that as I've started streaming. I figured if I start from scratch so everyone else can play along or watch along as well. I say those stuff is one of those games where you can just keep appreciating like how everyone else plays it, or you know, try something different up from what you've seen. So I've learned quite a bit just by streaming as well, by people telling me what things I can do, like attacking butterflies to get health. I wasn't aware that butterfly wings were actually that useful as an early game health restore item. Mostly because I focus on getting a crockpot up quickly and going pierogi. That's going to annoy me. It's not equal, but oh well. Can't just get out of the way. Farms are essential, yeah. I mean, unless you got lucky and find a good place you can go hunting for rabbits, but then when it comes to spring, you're gonna need farms to stay alive. say one of the most essential items you can probably make are drying racks to make your meat last longer, and then a crock pot. Oh, that's annoying. Pretty sure I had that spot on. I am not going to try and keep things lined up. Oh, up and done. A good thing to note when making farms is just use your manure to actually make the farms. But later on, once you get... So for grass, you actually need to fertilize them as when you plant them again. One thing I do recommend is if you're doing in autumn just start, pick as many flowers as you can and let them spoil, because spoiled petals will become rot, and rot can be used to fertilize plants for you and berry bushes. Don't use manure because manure is better used for making farms. I think one of the few plants you don't need to fertilize is saplings, as they will just grow back by themselves. But berry bushes and grass, you need to fertilize them. That's not straight either. How many should plant? Basically, I think the thing I don't starve is the more the merrier. The more plants you have, the more you get to work with later on. I'm pretty sure I saw some carrots around here somewhere. No, I just like having things in a line because it just makes it condenses as much space as you can, and I think it's pretty in a line. Don't mind me swaying the camera back and forth, but that's just what I use to try and gauge where everything is. One thing you try and do as well, once you get yourself set up, start burning trees down for charcoal. Once again, you want to get crock pots and drying racks as soon as you can. Okay, we've got our rot. Where is it? Oh, wood fence does require a rope. Oh well. What they do, don't do what I do and accidentally click to eat rot. It does not do the character any good. Ooh, full moon. In a full moon, this is a good chance to go visit pigs. Some berries there. No, once you've started growing them, that's it. You don't need to fertilize them ever again. This is not the same thing to do. Especially unarmored. But no, once you start fertilizing your plants, that's it. You don't need to actually fertilize them ever again. We'll just casually nick their berry bushes. We'll keep a pamphlet with us, as it does come in very handy. Yeah, I do recommend the YouTuber I watch called The Beard. I think it's called The Beard 777. That's where I learned most of my stuff about this game from. Very knowledgeable, and a nice, easy voice to listen to as well, and it's just a bit of fun. Got a bit of whimsical humour to him as well. Okay, I can hear them coming. I need more logs, and quickly. So I guess you guys can hear like that low gruff noise. That's a hound wave. The game's way of basically trying to make it progressively difficult. And I am not prepared right now. Let's get a block suit up and ready. Normally I don't say use grass to light your fires because you've got other things you can use. But hound waves, it's a bit of an emergency. Right, I wonder how far to get here. So at the start, giant tree. Oh, that's a tree guard. Yeah, he's a mini boss. Tree guardians are quite nasty. One thing you'll learn about this game is kiting. Kiting is really important. Okay, there's a hound. There's a hound. Right, I can handle one at a time. 1, 2. Hitting that. Don't do what I'm doing. This is a very bad idea. The thing about hounds is you gotta learn how to kite. It's generally 2 hits, run, 2 hits, run. Or you can do what I do, because there's only 2 of them, and just go spear blazing. But I say, spend some time to learn kiting patterns. It will keep you alive for so long in this game. Might also use the opportunity to go look for a koalaphant. At the same time, I believe there's spiders nearby. Looks like a tier 2 spider house. So, the only creature you can probably go gun blazing against is a spider, as you do stun them every time you hit them. Ouch. We've got some silk at least, that's useful. Where's the eye? Oh, the eye is in here, isn't it? We're not going to get Glommer this time round, but we'll probably grab him in winter. I think for now I'm going to run around the map and get as much manure as possible. I think the closest field's up here. So I need to go to blue. Or I can just run it. I've got a torch. Actually, what I'm going to do first before I leave is get these planted down. So there's a reason why I'm planting this sort of arrangement. I'm gonna try and make a turkey farm. Actually, what you do, don't dig up bushes before you fertilize them. Otherwise it becomes sticks. I'm just thinking about it needs to be a little bit bigger. Where did our lovable friend Chester? Oh, there's Chester. I knew we had more berry bushes on him. So we'll get these fertilized, as I do want to get some food going before winter kicks in. Right, so the quickest way to get to the manure, I think it will just be for me to run it. And I think along the way we can get some gears as well. Another option would be to kill frogs. Frog legs, when cooked, are surprisingly good for food. But you gotta be... oh. The other problem with frogs is that you kill one and they all come along. And, oh boy, they like to chase. Frog legs on their own does actually cost a bit of sanity to eat, but if you cook it properly, then it's no big deal. Alright, let's get running. I want to go find beefalo as soon as I can. I also need someone to remind me to build the razor when I get the chance. One, two. There we go. Oh, I don't want to attack Chester. This game is very bizarre with how it wants to attack things. Gears will come in handy. Very handy. I'm surprised there's only one clockwork here. Now I've got to be careful what I want to build of it. The most important thing for me to build would be the icebox, just so I can actually preserve items. Well, that's not inconspicuous whatsoever. Now, remember the Beefalo, they are north of the Pigman tribe. Actually, whilst they're here, grass. And there's the beef. Let's see, how do we go about this? The another thing is that the pig guards are near the beefalo. So I guess you can know it's going to be a challenge. I will attempt a hunt at some point soon. Before I do that, I want to get a boomerang so I can actually provoke whichever animal I find. So when you go on a hunt, there's 3 animals you can find. You can find a koalaphant, which is what I really want to find. For the trunk would be a nice insulation vest, as well as lots of meat. There's a eucalyptus, which will be a nightmare to fight on your own. So if I find a pigman to go with me, excellent. Or I can find a warg, which I don't want to fight because it just spawns an infinite amount of hounds. But luckily, wargs generally don't spawn after a hunt early on. It's only when you get later into the game you're more likely to find a warg. Gonna have a quick campfire here. Yes and no. So with beefalo, come spring or every I can't remember exactly. I think it's every 30 days or come spring, they go into mating season. Now in mating, they will attack you on sight unless you have a beefalo hat, which you can get by basically making a beefalo hat, which is I believe in the dress section. So yeah, you need a beefalo hat, which is a beefalo horn, which you get from killing one, and a fur, which you can get by killing or just using a razor. Being near beefalo is pretty good early on, but later on it's, depending on how big the herd can get, you might be dealing with a lot of angry beefalo near you. I think the best place to be is sort of in range of a beefalo, but not too close, so when it comes mating season, you don't accidentally provoke them and they don't come around and just trying to kill you on sight. You can tell when a beefalo is in mating season because their behind turns red. That'd be my trapping area. Honestly, right now, if I can find a beefalo herd that's near me, that would be excellent, but I highly doubt that'll happen. Actually, speaking of manure, he can find a koalaphant from a hunt and trap it. Koalaphants also produce a lot of manure. And so do pigs if they build pig houses. The only issue is obviously pig houses require a lot of resources. Most of it you can get half it back from destroying a pig house. And with a koalaphant, you gotta be lucky to find one while hunting, and you gotta lure it back to your base to be captured. Dried meat does spoil, but it takes a lot longer than normal. Oh, you may notice, look, the grass is starting to grow. Ain't that pretty? I'll place down that crock pot later. I want to see. I want a better vision of where I'm gonna plan all my cooking area. I think I'll do the cooking here. Now I've got a crock pot where you can start actually eating some proper foods. Now I do have a mod on which actually predicts what I'm going to cook. So if I did this, let's say 3 mushrooms and 1 jerky, I can predict I get meatballs. Meatballs are a godsend. I believe it's 2 vegetables and up to 1 meat and 1 filler. But one thing you should always make is crockpots. Crockpots are a saviour. Because you can make all sorts of them. You see, like that, all my hunger's back. Meatballs generally last you the entire day. Eventually you can get bad stuff such as pierogi, which is more healing. Dragon fruit pie, which is even better healing. And there's a lot of food, but you need to farm it. You of course make bacon and eggs, ratatouille, and one of my personal favourites, especially early on, is jam. A fistful of jam, which is basically a little berries but just chucked together. Something you should take note of as well, when it's raining, it takes longer for meat to dry out because obviously it's wet. Oh shit, look at that, a marble tree. And a wormhole. Bones, that'd be good. I'll need bones later on. If this is actually the Vault Goats biome, I'll be so happy. But Vault Goats, generally hard to come by. Oh! When they're Vault Goats. Oh, a stinger. That'd be useful. This is actually quite handy. If the Vault Ghosts are around in winter and we get a Hound Wave, we can just run to the Vault Ghost for protection. Okay, that's a Hound Fortress. I'd rather not have to fight hounds in the rain if I can. But once again, hounds will attack anything on sight. If it keeps following me, hopefully the Vault Guts will deal with them. But having a hound fortress there is actually quite interesting. Now I've got options for dealing with Deerclops. I can man fight him, or I can just be clever and go, I'll let nature kill itself. One thing about this game is that if he can make the environment do the work for you, then that's great. Oh, that's handy. Cage, cobblestones, flooring, check. Skill chest. Oh, that's how you make the gates. We'll put away our walls for now, unless I know. If I know where Paul. Oh, it's already in there. Let's see. Food. We need more. We need our manure. I have an actual farm here. And we need more manure. But for now, we'll get some food growing. We'll have a tree farm down here. Take that back. Ugh. Let's see, what food we have left. Both of us are surprisingly hard to fight. They like to fly around. The thing about mealworms is that they do come out if you drop some ore on the floor, like flint. So it's always handy to carry some flint around if you know mealworms spawn near you, like a burrow. So you get some nice little morsels out of them. Forget I can't just do point and click this game. Oh, we've got some more silk somewhere. Go. I'm just going to future proof my base for a bit. As I've got flashbacks to my last game where I had a science machine and Thunderstruck happened. Now I should be able to make a thermostone somewhere. If I remember where it is. See, whilst it's not too bad outside, we're gonna run back to the beefalo. Here we go, rabbit traps. I'll finish off my wooden gate later. But for now, I need to run, get to this beef quickly and run back home. Oh, I guess some flowers away. Doesn't hurt to have more rots lying about. Let's see. Tier 2 spider then. I'm not getting lucky with finding trinkets within these tumbleweeds. Look at that map, I'm going in the right direction. There's the beef. They can't shape beefalo whilst they're awake, so what we're going to do is we'll build a temporary campfire near them. The other thing we could do is try and kill one of them. So it'll give us a lot of food. We're not dealing with Angry Pig just yet. So those pigs are guard pigs. Guard pigs are basically circle around the totems and they attack you on sight, regardless of what character you are. And they constantly respawn. The only way you can get rid of them is to hammer the torches that they are protecting. Got enough for fire. We'll take some of these birch nuts with us as well. So, Edge, are you aware there are 2 types of tree guardians in this game? You've come across one of them so far with the giant walking trees. There's also one more, which you get by chopping down these sort of trees. Where is my shovel? Right. Yeah, welcome to the Constants. Everything wants to kill you. What about Beefler? Beefler don't want to kill you. Unless they're horny. Oh, there goes my beard hair. Right. Generally, the pig guardians don't go too far away from where they live. I can be proven wrong though, so... Till then, I want to try and shave as much beefalo as I can. The problem now is that I want to get access to other beefalo wool there, but the beefalo attack on top of it. If you attack a beefalo, the entire herd will come after you. Oh yeah, and shaven beefalo are sad. Look how sad he is. Look how sad he is because I chopped off his fur. I am a monster. Okay, that'll do. Now, I might attempt to kill at least one beefalo. And there's a trick to do so as well, but you gotta be... Well, you just gotta be careful with beefalo, because they will hurt you. You know, they're a big cow. So... I might get lucky and get a beefalo horn out of it as well, if we do this right. So, first things first, I'm gonna store this away. And... well, I gave one lucky beast some grass. And now he's a friend. This Beefalo is now our friend and he'll follow us around. Three, four. Oh shit, there's two of them now. Get them on the same attack cycle, this will be easier. One, two. One beefalo down. And we got a horn. I didn't want to attack Chester. Chester's a friend, not a foe. So at beefalo, you can generally get 5 swings in. And you do that. Aren't I a monster? But we did get a valuable beefalo. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Right. Let's do a bit of inventory management. I might just drop a monster meat here. Right, let's get going. How are those flowers coming along? Getting close to rot. And we've got enough manure for at least 2 more farms. Now that I think about it. We'll just dehome a pig. Why not? Now those spires will come in handy later. For now, we just want to get back home. And start preparing for winter. So the 2 things I want to get for winter, now that I've got beefalo wool. I want a wool hat. Or at least a woolly vest. One or the other. They both provide similar amounts of insulation. If I can find myself a koalefant whilst I'm hunting, because that'll become next, I would love to try and get a koalefant tusk. Or at least koalefant a horn, sorry, should I say. Well, it's not the trunk, but details. With that being said, it's better to go hunting for koalefants in winter, as you get a special kind of koalefant, which gives a much better protection for winter. Oh, speak of devil, dragon fruit. And we've got a burb. We will free the burb soon. What do I need for this again? Grass and rocks. Oh, and stone, sorry. The burb is hungry. see. Let's see if I remember this recipe. There we go, dragon pie. That is one of the best food items you can ever make. And considering I have low health and low hunger, it's a perfect thing to have right now. Now then, I believe it's around. Is it? Okay, there's a thermal stone. Birdcage, what do you need? Ah, papyrus, nugget, and seeds. We need to make that as soon as we can. This is not looking right. Where's my hammer? Okay, that's our position. I think we can build from it though. Ah, god damn it. Oh, there's a rabbit hutch. There's a rabbit hole here. That's interesting. That'll do. Not completely perfect, but it'll do. Right, let's get chest out of the way. And that'll do. So, let's see if I remember to do this properly. Leave some berries in here. Whilst we're here, we'll start making some food. And those are not ready. So a turkey trap. So when you pick berries, you notice every so often you get turkeys. So what you do is have a sort of arrangement here, where you pick all the berries off there and leave a berry in the center. The turkeys will be too busy trying to rush to get to the berries, but you can go ahead and kill them. Obviously, the more berries you pick, the more likely you're going to get a turkey. Yeah, I learned that from actually watching the Beard 776. I think that's his name. Is on YouTube. But he showed off a lot of ways you can farm stuff. Like there's a pig farm as well. Which is very effective when you're on a full moon. Okay. I think whilst we're here, we'll do some birch nut planting as well. And we'll move these saplings closer to. Oh, sugar! It's getting dark. Now I don't want. I'll make use of this better another time. When tree guards come alive, if you plant saplings, enough saplings, they will eventually de-aggro. So if you get a tree guard chasing you to the end of the earth, just plant some saplings, you should be fine. If you're worried about tree guards, you can lure things into them, like big giants. So you got badger, deer clops. They can generally take out a tree guard with no issue. And actually, a deer clops versus a tree guard leaves a deer clops quite low health, so you can finish it off. That's the thing I actually want to make whilst I'm here. Dress. Right, I will build that beef hat. I'll come in handy later. vest, floor shirt, walking cane, mission vest. Now I'm looking for a specific item. It's called the football helmet. There it is. There you go. Football helmets are one of the best protection items you can have in the game. And the fact that I can have my backpack on at the same time means I don't really need my log suit anymore. Harvest crockpot. Now I need silk. Something I'm going to make as well, which will help me with fighting, doing a lot of fight combat. Handbat. Another spear. So, interesting things about the handbat. It has no deterioration to it, apart from its spoilage, which you can see here. So you can smack this handbat as much as you like, without any worry to how much you got left of it. Now that's an unknown wormhole there. Purple one does lead to the Pig King. Red is the swamp. I do want to go to the swamp before winter. But whilst I'm at it, I am going to go look in this wormhole quickly to see where it goes. Did this one have been down? Yes, that's the Pig King. There's rabbits down here as well. Actually, I need to pick up those rabbits I laid traps for earlier. Because I think this is a lot closer for me. I believe bone shards are used for something as well later on. That is a handy point, actually. We're near Beefalo. The fact these pigs actually drop meat is really good for us. We could use this as a farming location for meat. Ow, too early. No, don't go for Chester. Ouch. Alright, I think for now we'll leave this area as it's getting darker. And I really need to start fighting spiders for silk. And going to get reed. Well, this is actually quite a handy location. If I'm good with my combat, which I'm terrible at combat, I would be able to farm my location for food. Oh no, this is actually not a bad spot for me to actually live. Let's see if I can make it back before night happens. Got marble as well, which I want to try and get. I think my only issue right now is I haven't got enough crock pots. Papyrus and gold. Now where did Chester fall asleep? Oh, there he is. I might take some food to the king. I'm gonna try and get some gold. Actually no, if I want gold. I can go to a Hound Mound and get lucky there. What I need now is actually... Well, I got people hat in case it gets too late into winter. Oh yeah, I forgot. Droidxnd count as monster food. Right, I haven't got much time to go. I'm gonna go try and get me some gold. And whilst I remember, I should put these away. If I'm lucky, I might be able to lure some hounds away so I can start getting some hound teeth. And gold is around... Oh, it's a bit further down. There's a pickaxe. Let's see if we can lure into vault goats. Yeah, the handbat is really good. A lot of damage, a lot of durability. I'm released to make. Oh. I don't know if the game chooses to attack Chester every time I go for auto attacks. I swear to God, I swear I am not attacking Chester on purpose. Two, three, 1, 2, 3, and down. Not gonna lie, having a hound fortress nearby is actually really useful. I can actually farm hounds for a while now. The problem is I'm not dropping any teeth, which I need for teeth traps. That being said, it's almost winter, so I should be starting to get some silk and some papyrus, and then I'm ready to survive. I don't need wooden fences anymore, so I might just get rid of them. There we go, now we're starting to feel the chill of winter. I need to get myself, actually I've got plenty of charcoal, I now need to get myself some silk. So I'm going to be farming spiders and going to the swamp. Ooh, my trees are fully grown. So I won't be streaming for much longer, as I think other people are wanting to use this channel soon. But before I leave, I will go into the swamp. And I will be taking this thermal stone with us as well. Because we need papyrus and fast. Plus I need to pick up those rabbits I trapped on the way there. Level 3 spider done. That'll be useful for silk farming. One thing to note about spider dens is that you can tell what level they are by how many balls or webbing they have on it. With level 3 spider dens, if you attack them, there's a good chance you may accidentally anger a spider queen. We will set more traps down. I forgot to pick up these earlier. But luckily with stale meat, if you cook them, you can still eat them just about. It's only when it's spoiled is when you don't want to eat them. Right now, so here. Now comes the questions of can we find reeds? Ah. 1, 2. Oh, interesting. We got a tentacle spike. Ooh, that is going to come in very, very handy. And we got tentacle spots. Interesting. So comparatively with a handbat, at full health, you can two-shot spiders. You want to baby spiders out slowly. Being very unlucky, I'm not getting any silk. What can I get rid of? I will heal myself quickly. Spider glands can be used for healing in a pinch, but you can turn into better healing items for the right equipment. I need about... I think I need at least 20 reeds. More the better. Oh, that's handy. Ignore the merms. Because we're not after fish, we're after reed. Oh boy! That was not a pleasant surprise. Okay, never freezing. I gotta get running back to base quickly. Illegal is one trap. I'm gonna have to run around with a torch. got silk, we've got papyrus, we've got what we wanted. Now we can actually start making the best food item in the game. Right, we're still freezing. Right, dress. We don't want a winter hat. Well, we do actually. What you want to make eventually is the breezy vest, is the puffy vest. That requires me to go on a hunt. Which I'm gonna do soon. Boomerangs in this game are not very good. Two seeds, 6 gold. One last day. Once we get our little bird hutch, I'll call it there. Welcome to winter. Okay, now we've got a birdcage. I'm going to end the stream for now, as we've gone at least 16 days, so it's been a decent stream. So, if you'd like to see more of this content, I stream every Monday from 8 o'clock to around 10 o'clock on Monday every week. You'll find me on this channel. I do have my own channel where I stream older games. You can find me at Droidxnd. And I stream on my own personal channel from Wednesdays to Fridays. So, I hope you all have a good night, and I'll see you in the next stream. Goodbye.